question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia Tech's offense will have the football first. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings. And Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe two-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they've got on second down. To throw, it's Fitzpatrick. That's caught. It's Singleton. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch at the 30. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. You have a game like he did last time. Your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. The play action fake. And wings it incomplete. They've got a ways to go on tries to force him into a field goal try. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Hall. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where are you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the back. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes, and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult, and I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Gets rid of it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the...
Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
They'll move the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Georgia! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together. Be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Snags it over the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw, it's Fitzpatrick. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Going to swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Taylor. And he's knocked down.
I tell you, you got to be brave as a slot receiver to run these slant passes because you're catching it right around linebackers and safeties are coming crashing down. You really have to have a ton of confidence running that route.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Opening snap in this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Going to the running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire right when the ball snapped. He's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And you'll see this with offenses sometimes, man. They make a big play. They're going to stay aggressive, but the defense did a great job. You gave up one big play. Don't give up another one. They were prepared for it. Nice job defending the pass.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, plays, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes and quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Back to throw, it's Fitzpatrick. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Georgia Tech, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab, it's Taylor. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. He breaks it and runs through another one. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Try to get it to the edge. Find some fresh air. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. The Rambling Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Working that wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw at Stockton. Here's the heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Makes the catch. It's Frazier. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Toss to the left. Slithers into space. Pass to sticks and still on his feet. He now has 110 yards rushing as he inches closer to that 1,400-yard milestone. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They'll give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They'll run it. It's Frazier. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Off play action. Using the quick game. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
Fakes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and get me positive yards most of the time.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Georgia! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. It's Fitzpatrick. That's caught. It's Singleton. Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Quarterback adapting. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hall. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Hall. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Fitzpatrick. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, the running back has it. Crosses to 35. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Frazier. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing.
Out of the end zone. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Motion from the wide receiver. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Going with the ground game left. Fights off a defender. Always got some space.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Using his legs, it's Fletcher. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You
can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll try the right side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Finds his man, it's Taylor. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding. Offense.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pulls it in inside the 10. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the bite into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. They're trailing by 11 to Ohio State.
Scanning the field, it's Fitzpatrick.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's on target and complete. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. And the Yellow Jackets are facing 3rd and inches. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Taylor. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. Now from inside the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Leaves it with the running back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
There he goes. And he'll be run out of bounds. And these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's open on the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
48, Georgia Tech, 10.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Marches ahead. Touchdown, Georgia. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Snags it inside the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Maddox.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Off play action on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Past the 50. Inside the 30. 10. He takes it all the way back for the 2.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Dogs in a good spot here with second and short.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football.
Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
To the air, it's King. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Back to pass on second down. Complete in the middle. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay, I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Off the play fake. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed, that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
And they'll take a knee. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.